During the summer of 2012, Grant was deployed off Labrador conducting an iceberg survey. Upon his return, the couple had planned to take a week's vacation on the west coast of the island, spending time in Grossmorn, Stephenville, in a cabin they had rented on a salmon river in Robinson's. Unbeknownst to Kyla was that Grant had secretly had an engagement ring sized and purchased, which he was bringing along in his pocket, waiting for the right moment. On the second day of vacation, the couple visited Grossmorn with Daisy in tow in a sweltering heat of 35 degrees Celsius. They attempted to walk through the tablelands and into the waterfalls, but the ground was too hot for Daisy's little feet. Grant, however, was very adamant about getting to that waterfalls. He was thinking what a great place to get engaged, while Kyla was demanding that they turn back due to the blistering heat. I don't know how they got through that. At any rate, it was shortly after, while resting in a breeze at a viewing point looking over the tablelands in Grossmorn, that Grant got down on one knee and Kyla had no idea what he was doing. Her only response was, and get this, "Are you serious?"
Kyla, you're the sweetest person. I'm so happy to have a sister. I asked for one for like 25 years. I don't think that was possible, knowing what I know now.
In many ways, I look at her like a sister, and not having a sister herself, I always think to myself that I hope in some ways I can try to be one to her. I feel that the relationship we have is close to, or more than, the relationship that any real sisters have with each other.
I, Grant, take you, Kyla, to be my wife.
Take you, Grant, to be my husband.
I promise to be true to you, in good times and in bad.
In sickness and in health. I will love you and honor you
all the days of my life.
Quiet now, into the tremor of a hope.
Kyla asked me if I would take care of introducing Grant into the family, and the first thing that popped in my head was to try to think back to when I first met him. I know a lot of people say when they're giving these speeches that they really didn't know what to think of so-and-so when they first met them, but if I'm being completely honest, I really didn't know what to think of Grant when I first met him. There were lots of weekends where we all spent time in Marystown with our parents. Even when we were out there, it seemed like he was never around. I remember waking up a number of times very early on Saturday and Sunday and he was nowhere to be seen. As time went on, I found out that Grant was an avid fisher and hunter. Anyone who knows me knows that I am neither. So for me, the jury was still out on the guy. A little more digging revealed to me that Grant pretty much spent every minute of his spare time doing some type of fishing or hunting. I remember another conversation with my mother where I told her most serial killers start out killing animals before moving on to people.
Time, move to the rhythm of a heart that beats for real life. Mountain towns.
Now, thinking about the speech, I started to think about how to write it, and I realized that me and Grant actually have a lot in common. We both went to mechanical engineering. We're actually both born in December of '83. Both our dads are teachers. Both our moms sold Pampered Chef. We both have Subaru Imprezas. We both played World of Warcraft, we both played Diablo, we've both done a lot of things together. We've spent a lot of time together. We hunt together, we have the same interest in a lot of things in life, actually. Both love being outdoors, we love hiking. And It dawned on me, while we have the same interest in cars and music, we also have the same interest in women. We both married wonderful, beautiful women. So here's to Grant and Kyla on this beautiful day.
Mountain times under the footsteps of a world that broke the darkest night. You with the full heart and opening eyes. I see the headlights turn into sunrise. We'll build a real long to heal the deep hurt. We will step up to greet the brand new world.
Anyone here that knows my family knows that we aren't an overtly emotionally expressive family. There isn't a lot of I love yous, a lot of hugs and kisses. We all love each other dearly and even are fiercely defensive of each other when we need to be, but we just don't express it a lot. I see how Grant is with my sister, and sometimes it's the simplest of things. I see him putting his arm around her in the best and funniest of times, and I see him putting his arm around her in the worst and saddest of times. I hear him sweetly calling her honey and see a smile on his face that can only be expressed by a man in love. More than anything, I see how happy he makes her. So for that reason, I'm very happy and proud to welcome him into our family.